Yo, what's up Bali? How you guys doing? Apa kabar and selamat pagi. In this video, I'm going to talk about the travel bubble that we just signed about 3 days ago between Indonesia and Singapore. So, let me put it this first. So, what does it mean? Does that mean that it's only for Singapore citizens to come to Indonesia or for anyone who live in Singapore, including the foreigners there? And then can they go to Bali with that? What is the term of condition? So watch this video until the end. My name is Misa. I'm your host in Bali. Yo, welcome to What's Up Bali channel. Channel that always give you the last update about how to travel to Bali, Bali travel regulation and condition in Bali. If you're interested in one of those, consider to subscribe. As I mentioned earlier, in this video I'm going to talk about the travel bubble between Singapore and Indonesia. We just had signed about 3 days ago. Well, actually, to be honest, I'm not really interested talking about this, but then I thought this could create misunderstanding. So that's why then I decided to talk about this travel bubble agreement between Singapore and Indonesia. So the question are, who's this bubble agreement for? Is it only for Singapore citizen, the Singaporean, or is also for anyone who live in Singapore? Question number 2, what is the term and condition attached? And question number 3, can they then go to Bali with that? So first, let's talk about the travel bubble. What does it mean, this travel bubble? Well, the easiest way to say travel bubble is the agreement between countries which the people of those countries can travel each other easily. Just like within Australia and New Zealand. If I'm not mistaken, they also already signed the travel bubble. So now, let's answer the first question. Who's the travel bubble for? Only Singapore citizen or anyone who live in Singapore? The answer is anyone who live in Singapore. So even you are foreigners but you live in Singapore, you can use this travel bubble agreement. And what is the benefit of this travel bubble? There's no quarantine. I repeat, there's no quarantine. Woohoo! But let's go to question number 2. What is the term and condition then? We know there's no quarantine, but what is the rest of the condition? Number 1, got to be fully vaccinated. So that means minimum 2 times injection. And number 2, for Singapore citizen, only for Singapore citizen, you don't need to use visa. But for foreigners who live in Singapore, you still required to use visa. If you're not mistaken, B211A tourist visa. Not business visa, but tourist visa. Well, do recheck with your visa agency for this. And for number 3, required negative result of PCR test, which is minimum 3 days before your departure. And number 4, need to use ferry. So no airplane, but ferry. So you can go either to Batam Island or you can go to Bintan Island from Singapore with this ferry. And then when you arrive in the harbor, either in Batam or Bintan, you need to take another PCR test. But after you take that PCR test, you can go straight to your hotel, which is already reserved by you before you're leaving your country, and wait there for 15 minutes. Wait until the result of that PCR test. After you get the result, then you can go explore the island. Number 4, need to have the health insurance which also cover COVID. If I'm not mistaken, with value of 30,000 Singapore dollars. This insurance is needed when you got your result and it's positive, then you will be transferred to the hospital. But if I'm not mistaken, if somehow you cannot get that insurance, you can just sign a letter saying that you're willing to pay on your own if you need to be hospitalized. Once again, you can check that with your visa agency. And number 5, of course, the Peduli Lindungi apps, which the link I'll mention down below in the description. In that app, you can also find an e-hack, which is needed for travelers. Before we continue, why don't we go again to Ubud Center to see the condition now. I love to go to Ubud Center on Thursday because everyone wearing a traditional dress. Even if you go to the convenience store, the staff is wearing the traditional dress. I love it. I really love it. Let's go there. Let's continue to our discussion. Continue to our discussion. Can then travelers from Batam or Bintan Island continue traveling to the rest of province in Indonesia, including to Bali, so they can skip quarantine because through this traveling bubble they don't need to do the quarantine? Well, the answering is unfortunately you cannot. So you cannot go anywhere else except Bintan Island and Batam Island, that's all. But look at it this way, you can still enjoy Batam and Bintan Island without quarantine. So, I think that's all from now. for this video. So at least now you know that you cannot go to other province except Bintan and Batam. So when you see this announcement about the travel bubble Singapore and Indonesia, you cannot go to Singapore first and then go to Bintan and then you go to Bali. No, you cannot do that. This travel bubble agreement only for Singapore and Indonesia, but only Bintan and Batam. I just wish soon there is also Bali bubble travel. Yep, that's it for now. Don't forget to share this video and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and click that notification bell so you won't miss any update from me regarding how to travel to Bali, Bali travel regulation, and also condition in Bali now. My name is Misa. I'm your host in Bali. Till then, stay safe.